My tongue is on fire.
You and me both, Paris. You and me both.
I don't even know how I'm going to taste the next one. Oh my God.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? For First We Feast, I'm Sean Evans, and you're watching Hot Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. And today we're joined by Paris Hilton. She's a DJ, philanthropist, business and fashion mogul. Her much buzzed about documentary, This Is Paris, currently has more than 20 million views on her YouTube channel, and she recently launched a podcast by the same name. Check out This Is Paris wherever you get your podcasts. Paris Hilton, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What's your head like going into this? How are you around spicy food?
When they told me about the show, I was very nervous, and I was like, oh my God, I hate spicy food. I can't do this. But then I watched so many episodes, and you just have so many incredible people on. A lot of my friends, everyone looks like they're having a great time. And I've talked to my friends about you, and they said you're super cool and nice and fun. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. Just eat it?
Just dive in. So when Diplo was on Truth or Dab, he called you a sick DJ. And in the throes of this pandemic, I think one of the things that people are looking forward to most is the return to nightlife. And then I know from talking to DJs in the past that not every show can be smooth sailing. Have you ever had a set ruined because of a malfunctioning foam cannon or somebody spilling a full drink on the turntable?
Not a foam cannon, thank God. But yes, people spilling drinks. That's why I ended up making a rule that it could not be like that in my booth, because sometimes I would be playing and then my friends want to come up and then they're inviting their friends. And then all of a sudden it's like a club inside the booth and there's like 20 people. During the middle of a set, I've literally had the music turn off because one of my friends spilled an entire vodka soda inside the entire tractor system and destroyed it. So yeah, I've experienced that, and it is so nerve-wracking and so embarrassing and just the ultimate party foul.
As someone who invented getting paid to party, can you give us one pro tip and then one scam to look out for when it comes to the art of ordering bottle service?
Yes. I think a pro tip, you definitely need to come in with people who know someone in there or have a hookup somehow so you can get a table, because if you don't have a table, sometimes at these places it could be a nightmare. And a scam I've seen a lot happen is there's a lot of these clubs, whenever they see a guy come in who has a lot of money, they will all of a sudden make it be like, oh, this table costs like $200,000 minimum. And they'll just make up like this crazy price. And they know that the guy won't pay because they want to be cool and be in the club. And also they have like bottle girls that during that time will come in and start spilling the champagne on the floor while people are drinking so that the guys have to order more bottles. So there's a lot of scams that go on in the nightlife. So I've seen it all. I like garlic. I like pepperoni. I have a feeling it probably doesn't taste like either.
No, I bet, you know what? Mark my words, I bet you love this sauce.
Okay. Well, I'll put a lot on this one, right? So. You're right. It's a little spicy, actually very spicy now, but the beginning taste is really good.
So I once saw you referred to as America's most underrated businesswoman, despite an empire that includes 19 plus product lines, more than 24 fragrances, and billions of dollars in sales. As a one-woman branding machine, what's the weirdest product or licensing pitch that you've ever had to bear the Paris name?
There's a big list of them, but one, they asked me if I wanted to do my own line of Paris beans, which I was like, I don't know, like beans really don't like go with my product line. Like I'm not into doing food yet. And they showed me like this mock-up, and it was like this pink can that's with my picture on it holding beans. It was like Paris Hilton's beans. And then another one I got was just like really creepy. This company wanted to make Paris Hilton sex dolls, which were like looked exactly like me. And I was like, this is the last thing I'm going to want to do. So that is definitely no. I can't even believe they came with me with that request. It's pretty scary. Oh no, I just poured a lot on that. It's spicy. I have my That's Hot cup full of milk. It's dedicated to this.
Great show tie-in.
Mm-hmm.
So when Daniel Radcliffe was on the show, he actually talked about an anti-paparazzi jacket that was made of this reflective material that if a photographer took a picture of it, the flashbulb would reflect off the jacket back into the lens, and then Radcliffe would appear invisible in the image. And I actually saw that it looks like you have a scarf that does the exact same thing.
Yes, when I was in London, I actually met the designer who created that, and the designer came up to me and he's like, I have the perfect scarf for you. And he took a photo and it literally reflected back. So it's like really cool, like paparazzi shield. I haven't really worn it, but thanks for reminding me about it. I'm gonna pull it out one day.
And I've heard stories about you like going to Disney in full prosthetics to disguise yourself from photographers. When you think back, what is the story about outwitting the paps that you're most proud of?
Some of my proudest moments, I had one of my friends at my house and I put like a blonde wig on them and kind of like dress them up how I am with like, the Juicy Couture tracksuit with the hood up and the shades. And then like one of my chihuahuas, and then basically had them run out of my house, like trying to hide. And then all the paparazzi follow them. I've done that like 50 times, so it works.
I was listening on your podcast, This is Paris, and you were talking about the days where you'd have 50 cars parked outside of your house at all hours of the night. Do you remember at what point that level of attention started to cross a line with you?
I remember one time I came home and there was paparazzi out there and they're like, by the way, some guy was like looking through your trash, taking everything with him. And he's been doing this like a couple times. And it was just like creepy that someone was doing that. And then they would just ring my doorbell and pretend to be other people. And one time I walked in my house and my housekeeper at the time didn't know because the guy said he was my friend. And he was just sitting in my kitchen, like waiting for me, which was really scary. And then them jumping over the gates, it was just very, just like intrusive all the time. Doing good. It's a great conversation, so it's distracting me from my mouth burning. Oh no, I put a lot on that one too.
Paris, I can't save you from yourself over here,
Okay. Milk.
So in your documentary, This is Paris, you say, everyone says I'm the original influencer, but sometimes I feel like I've created a monster. When you look at how the clout economy has exploded in the social media age, what are the things that make you proud to be a pioneer in that space? And then what are the things that make you think maybe it's gotten way out of control?
I feel like I've always been ahead of my time and doing things first. And that makes me happy and proud that people can, build a huge brand and business that's very lucrative and support themselves and their family. And I think that's incredible, just to be yourself and have a talent and a phone and basically create an entire job and life out of it. So that part I'm proud of. And then the thing that bothers me is just, I can't even imagine being like a 13-year-old girl and having these pressures of having to be perfect and care about likes and people trolling you and being mean. And I just feel that anyone out there should know that you shouldn't, base your opinion of yourself or your self-worth, based on the opinion of strangers. And I think that's a really important message for kids to know that, yeah, social media is fun, but you can't take it so seriously because otherwise it could make you go crazy. A rooster with fire coming out of its mouth. That one's very spicy.
But Paris Hilton battling through.
Brutal. Do people make it through all the way, always, or do people give up?
most everybody gets through because you're kind of trapped on this show. Maybe you feel that. You feel like you're trapped in this room with me, you know? But let me know how you're feeling. I'm right here with you. I'm a support system.
I'm not a quitter.
I know. I see the fight. In you, Paris. All right, Paris Hilton, we have a recurring segment on our show called Explain That Gram, where we do a deep dive on our guest's Instagram, pull interesting pictures that need more context. So I'll show you the picture. You just tell us the bigger story. Do you have a favorite Formula One memory? Because it seems like you've been to this Grand Prix in Monaco at least a couple of times.
I've been many, many times. I've just always been a tomboy ever since I was a little girl. I've always just loved cars and sports and, I don't know, just being outdoors. I think it's a lot different than my public persona because people would assume I'm not like that at all. But all of Monaco is just buzzing. Everyone's on their balconies watching, screaming, just there for the race. The parties are incredible every night there. It's a lot of fun. Like, I've been to a lot of car races in my life, but the Monaco Grand Prix is like the most decadent and chicest one. That aftertaste is brutal.
Uh-oh. What's happening? Back half.
Brutal.
Careful around your eyes.
I know. I was just thinking that I'm usually used to like trying to look like perfect or like cute during an interview. And now I'm like making crazy faces, eating like fried chicken, just fucking crying.
So recently, documentaries like This Is Paris or Framing Britney, they've revealed some unsavory realities about what it's like to be a super famous woman in entertainment. And the media nowadays is likely to uplift the boss lady archetype or celebrate the bravery that it takes to show insecurities. But I do wonder what that's actually like for someone on the inside. When you hear all of this encouragement now, or the apologies that are coming in years later, do you find them to be sincere or performative?
Just people reflecting on the mistakes they've made or things that they've said, and just realizing that, you know, like myself, Brittany, we're all just human beings, and words hurt. Ever since I got in this industry as a teenager, I've felt just so much pain for a long time, just feeling like a punchline to so many jokes for people. Now to finally hear people seeing how wrong it is and apologizing is just an amazing feeling. I feel just grateful and feel that, I don't know, just it's an amazing feeling because I'm not used to feeling it. So I'm happy that people realize that it was just really messed up that they were doing that. Whether being like publicly humiliated with people and just being fucked over by people a lot, it's been a hard journey. Maybe I had to go through it in order for others to not have to go through it. And it's only made me stronger. Just like I am so strong, I'm here today eating hot sauce for my first time with you.
Well, speaking of that journey, are you ready to move on here? Only 4 more to go, Paris, and you're doing great.
Love it. I like the name Honey Badger. That sounds cute, the honey. Wish me luck.
Good luck. Right.
Water.
The honey doesn't last long.
No. Like, not even a second.
So back in 2006, you released your debut album, Paris, 500 copies of which were taken by the street artist Banksy, who then doctored the album sleeve, changed song titles, and even put in new music with these remixes by DJ Danger Mouse. Positive or negative, what was your reaction to that when you found that out?
I thought it was sick. I love Banksy. I think he is such a G. I love his art. He's like an icon. And when I saw that happen, I thought that was pretty cool that, you know, he would have thought to even get my new album and do something like that. And I've always been someone who could laugh at myself. So even when people would make fun of me before, I knew they weren't making fun of me, who I really am. They were making fun of the character that I was playing. I was actually flattered. I thought it was very cool. And I've actually been looking to buy one. So
yeah, some of them have just gone on auction. Like some of them are like starting to leak out and surface.
I know, because they're like limited edition, and I heard they're going for a lot of money. So I don't know. I've been looking for an auction. So if you see any, let me know, because I want to buy one.
All right, Paris Hilton, are you ready to move on here to the next hot sauce? This is the bomb beyond insanity. I'm not sure if any of your friends told you. This is probably the worst of the bunch.
The bomb beyond insanity. Okay, I feel like this is going to live up to its name and its label. The picture looks pretty scary too. Oh God.
Yeah.
Fuck my life. This is the worst ever. Get me with. Oh my God.
That has to be the spiciest thing you've ever eaten in your life.
Insane.
Beyond insane. Beyond insane.
Beyond. It lives up to the name. Is there like little. Oh my God, I have like. Sorry. The little seed thing was stuck on my tongue and it. God.
I get it. Don't worry. I'm gonna move quickly. I already got the hiccups. I got the hiccups here.
Miss.
One of your lesser known talents that's come to light on your YouTube channel is your prowess in the kitchen. I have to say, I absolutely love the tutorial on making Sliving lasagna. 5 million views at the time of this interview. What do you have to say to the haters who say that it's unsanitary to cook in fingerless leather gloves?
My tongue is on fire.
You and me both, Paris. You and me both.
I don't even know how I'm gonna taste the next one. Oh my God.
Well, they're my sliving gloves. I always like to wear gloves.
And they're always brand new and or dry cleaned.
And I'm always washing my hands, so it's all good.
And then you call it your infamous sliving lasagna. What does sliving mean and what makes this lasagna infamous?
It's infamous because I've been making this lasagna since I was a little girl.
My mom taught me how to make it.
And sliving is my new word, which means slaying and living your best life. So I feel like this lasagna, when you eat it, is sliving. You can cook it and eat it. You're just sliving your best life.
Are you sliving your best life right now?
Yes.
Sliving the spicy life. Mm-hmm. Still hurts. It looks like a character from like Rick and Morty.
I know.
It's spicy. It doesn't taste as brutal as the other one, but it's a lot.
But we're still in it. Between cameos on Zoolander, Eminem's Just Lose It video, and the OC where you told Seth Cohen he needs to read more Thomas Pynchon, which one of those is your favorite between those three?
Zoolander. I love Ben Stiller. He's one of my favorite comedic actors, and that movie is sick.
I just thought that movie was hilarious, and it was so much fun to be on set shooting it during Fashion Week in New York. A lot of great memories, and just so many amazing people in the film as well. So I was proud to be a part of it.
I know that you've been taking up painting during quarantine and even plan to do an exhibit in Art Basel next year. If your art studio caught on fire and you could only save the piece of art that means the most to you, which one would you save?
Let me just have a little more milk because I can't even speak right now.
Go for it, go for it.
Fire enough. I would save the art piece I'm working on right now. I am making an NFT piece, so that's something that is going to be very valuable, so I definitely don't want it to burn. I can't believe it. I'm like in shock.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Brutal.
All right, Paris Hilton, here we are at the end of our roller coaster ride with the wings of death. I know that it's been an uncomfortable experience, but if it's any consolation, we're gonna end here in your happy place. I've heard you say many times that your dream career, besides the path you've chosen, was to be a vet. And the menagerie of animals that you've cared for over the years is on the level of Dr. Dolittle. I know that it's difficult, especially under the circumstances, but as you battle 10 scorching hot chicken wings, can you try to rattle off the names of every dog you've ever owned?
Sure. Sorry, I'm like, my mouth is like on fire. Let me just drink a little milk and then I'll go.
I get it.
Tinkerbell, Dolce, Prada, Harajuku Bitch, Prince Baby Bear, Prince Hilton, Marilyn Monroe, Princess Paris Jr., Diamond Baby, Max, and Cookie and Candy.
And nailing the dismount, and look at you, Paris Hilton, all she'd had before Taco Bell hot sauce here, taking on the wings of death and living to tell the story, and now there's nothing left to do but roll out the red carpet for you, Paris Hilton. This camera, that camera, probably just the one you're looking at. Let the people know what you have going on in your life.
I've always, sorry. Okay. You can listen to my new podcast wherever you get podcasts. And also my documentary, This is Paris, is on YouTube. Amazing film, check it out. And then go to parishilton.com to see everything else that I'm up to. And thank you guys for watching. That was so much fun. And yes, that's hot.
Great job, Paris. Great job.
That's hot.
Hey, what's going on, Hot Ones fans? This is Sean Evans, and now that I have your attention, I want to take some time to talk about the Hot Ones hot sauce box. This is Hot Ones delivered right to your door. We give you 3 sauces every single month. You're gonna get Hot Ones sauces before anyone else. Maybe we'll ask you to weigh in or vote on future sauces that might appear on Hot Ones. There are goodies, there are stickers, there are little prizes. It's a lot of fun. If you're into hot sauce or if you're into Hot Ones, the Hot Ones hot sauce box, it's the way to go. Heatness.com to sign up and order. Trust me, there are worse ways to spend $30 a month.